Okay, we start our first lecture lessons today. I share my screen with my presentation. Okay. Sorry, I stopped and opened by full screen. I think it will be better. Okay. Okay, could you see the presentation? Please ask me or put plus into our chat. Oh, yeah, chat works. Thank you. Thank you, Mikita. Okay, so today it is lecture number 1, and our discipline it is operational logistic management in supply chains. It is a very important discipline, I think, because some words from the name of this discipline is the same as your specialty. Yes, your specialty about supply chains and management. It is and about logistics and about economic and about operational works. Yes, so it's complex, different tasks which we could use for supply chains. So I think it's really important and for business and for every company, for transport and for other schedule of works in our world. So it is really important things. Okay. So our disciplines, we study one semester. So from this month, from February to maybe May or June, before our finished our semester and we pass all our exams and other options. So one lecture and one practical lessons for 1 week. So we will be meet with me twice every week. So it is very big disciplines and we will learn more materials about it. So one lecture and one practical lessons every week. At the end of the study of this discipline, we will pass. It will be not exam. It will be some passing as Zalik. During the semester, each student performs an individual task according to the options. So in our practical lessons, we discuss this information and I ask you which type of task you need to do by your variant and you will do it by your individual variant and send me this task. It was your individual task on this semester. So how many balls, points we could have in every type of our activity in our practical and lecture lessons? Task for independent work, it is 15 balls. Attending lections, it is maximum 10 balls. It's from our syllabus information, so you could learn it later in our online courses on platform Moodle. Degree of involvement, it is 20% from our task, yes, so 20 balls. Practical classes, it is 15 balls, and unit testing every module. It is first module and second module. It is 30% of our all 100% points. So it is the information. I think it is the same from other subject, yes, but maybe something different in these types of activity. Maybe some other types of works, more or less. Okay, evaluation rules, it's information also from our syllabus about different types of activity and which we could find it. So points for this component are awarded in general if the students didn't attend more than 50% of the lectures in the module. So if you visit more than 50% in the module, it's good. Yes, so I think it is the main information. Okay, 1 point is awarded for attending each lecture. The maximum amount is 10 points, or 10 points or 10 balls. So we have by lections visiting. Degree of involvement. The purpose of participating in the course is to engage you in discussion, expand learning opportunities for yourself and your peers. It's different types of activities that we need to discuss with you on practical lessons or in lecture. And give you another way to test your views on the application of modern research methods and intellectual property to rail transport. Because all our schedule was about rail transport with different type of activities. Participation will be judged based on the number and accuracy of your answers. Questions, while encourages are not evaluated in this unit. We try to provide all students with equal and fair opportunities to increase your own involvement. So it's about what I say, that you need to give your opportunity and your thinking about some questions. It is normal, it is not right answer or not right answers. It is your opportunity and it's good. The maximum amount is 20 points, 20 balls. Practical classes, there are evaluated by visits up to 3 points, degree of involvement up to 7 points, and a brief presentation of the completed task up to 5 points. It means that you don't need to prepare some presentation every practical lesson. It is about that you could to discuss something and to presentation, your opportunity, your thinking about something, it's about it. So don't worry, all good. We not work so many yes tasks. The maximum amount is 30 points. And the last, it is unit testing. It is very important because we need to have maximum balls if we can by this activity, because it is important for our results. They are evaluated by correct answer to test model questions, 20 questions in the test. Each correct answer is worth 2 points. The maximum number is 40 points for one module. The same as that by the other disciplines. We already have this information maybe by other subject. Okay, and this is a slide with our topic of our lecture number 1. So maybe if you have some question, please will ask me now about organization of our disciplines, maybe about balls, how many balls by different activities. If you have some question, you could turn on your microphone or use our chat with your questions. Okay, so any questions? So it is good. Okay, so we started to discuss our topic of our lecture number 1. Okay, good. So our first topic, it is the same information, yes, about our subject. We discuss a history about when it used supply chains and different such interesting materials. Maybe you something you already read or find or discuss in other disciplines. Maybe something will new for you. I hope so. We started. Okay, the topic of our lecture number 1, it is basic concepts of logistics. Because supply chains, it's about logistics as economy, as technology, as organization, preparations, and other types of activity with goods, with passenger, of course, also. So we discuss this information about different type of activities of human. Okay, so we discussed today two questions. First question is about development of logistics and history information about it. And second question, it is general concepts of logistics. So it's really, I think, interesting, and we start to discuss it. Okay, our first question it is development of logistics. By the history, we find the information in different tale and different historic materials, different books. That the first word, maybe logistics, which we find in these materials, it was on the territory of Byzantine Empire. It's the territory of Turkey, yes, the territory of some European continent. We could see it on the picture, it's red color is with the main point Constantinople. From this territory was spent logistics in other territory and other types of human activity. First, people who was as logistics, it was people who collected different natural products. It could be different products, fish, wheel, something else, which the army of Byzantine Empire collected from other people who lived on their territory. So it was really important, and these people was as logistics. So it's first using this word. Later, we have some information that introduction, it is more materials without picture, yes, the introduction of logistics, what it was. Logistics is the process of planning, interpreting, and controlling the efficient flow of goods. And now we could be more attention because it is about goods, about services, and about information from the point of origin to the final customer. So we have different type of flow and different type activity. It could be material flow as goods. It could be some economic and some informational flow, yes, with different information about where located these goods, which goods, how long period of delivery these goods, and other information. And we have services flow because it is really important how high or low services we could to prepare, and very often we think about it as bulk, as a percent, and other type of information. It plays a crucial role in model supply chain management and economic development. So it's really important for every type of activity. If we think about historical development of logistics, we have some main points. So, ancient times, if we think about this period, we could say that early logistics revolved around military operations. We have this information in different historical books because it is military logistics was the name of logistics. Not only logistics, it was about military logistics and every information resource. With the movement of troops, weapons, and supplies. The next point, it is Industrial Revolution. It's no, from 18th to 19th century. It was connected with mechanization led to improved transportation network, including railways and steamships, enhancing logistics efficiency, and other points. The next period, it is 20th century. And which it about the emergence of automobiles, airplanes, and containerization. It is important period because it is first using special units for goods, which could be put on a goods car, on rail, on ship, and it was very useful. and it was as containerization revolutionized logistics. So it's the same name in literature and books, different types of historical, about economic, yes, and other subjects, allowing for faster and more reliable transport. And now, 21st century, for now period, it's the digital revolution. It is the next point because it's already about different informational products, different programs which we could use for our delivery, different type of banking systems and others. So it is really digital revolution introduced. Automation, artificial intelligence, it's very important, of course, yes, and we used it for our programs. And blockchain technology optimization, supply chain process, and reducing costs. So it's about such historical points. The next about which we could to say it is key components of logistics. And we could see it is five key components in the world literature. It could be different case and different points, but I think it's the main. Okay, transportation. It is movement of goods via air, sea, rail, and road. So by different surface which we could use for delivery our goods. It is warehousing. It is storage of goods before distribution, or sometimes after distribution when we need to save some periods before delivery to the final customer. As example. It could be inventory management, ensuring optimal stock levels to meet demand. It could be supply chain coordination. It is the integration of suppliers, manufacturers, and distributors. And the main for our, yes, from 21st of century, it is information systems. Use of technology for real-time tracking and data analytics. So it's useful computer programs, different products, informational products, which maybe every company used on this moment, different type of these products. Okay, the next point, it is modern trend in logistics. It is interesting because it is sometimes it's modern in one country, but in other country it's already something new. Yes, it is not modern, but we discuss it. It is about sustainability. It is eco-friendly logistics, very popular now. When we say that we could use, for example, electric rail transport. Yes, it is more eco-friendly. We could use electric car for goods, of course, yes, for goods, electric cars, and it is more eco-friendly. And other types which we could use in different type of petrol, yes, more eco-friendly. Reduced carbon footprints and green supply chains. So we could find such a name of supply chains as green supply chains. When we chose the main good roads with different type of transport by used electricity, when we could to save in warehouses with some yes, electricity systems and other. So it's the name green supply chains. It's very popular now, and if you prepare, for example, your logistics diploma, you could use this information in your topics and in your work because it is really important and it sometimes it is more economic, efficient, effective. Yes, so you could use it. E-commerce influence. The next, our modern trend in logistics, when we use growth of online shopping requires efficiently last mile delivery solutions. It's a very important thing, last mile delivery solutions, because we could use it for delivery for the last customer, for the point, more useful points for the last customer. So you could use this in your topics of your science works, for example. It's also very popular now. Automatization and AI. Yes, so it is robotics and predictive analytics efficiency. So it's very popular now, and every one of us, I think, we used different types of AI or maybe some robotics in our home, for example. Yes, we could use robot flow and other types. It's It is not about logistics, yes, but for example, in warehouses, we could use some robot systems to collect some deliveries, for example, yes, without people. Sometimes it could work, yes, but sometimes it could work with people. And blockchain technology, it is about secure, transparent transactions in supply chains and other. Blockchain technology, it's also popular technology now, and I think it is not modern because already it's no long period we used it already, but maybe yes, if we discuss some big historical periods. The next, it is the role of logistics in economic development. It's really important because efficient logistics systems contribute to national economies by reducing costs, increasing trade efficiency, and enhancing global competitiveness. So, countries with advantage logistics infrastructure experience better economic growth and higher industrial productivity. I think yes, because delivery system is the main point in different countries, and we need to use it and to discover it. Yes, so it's yes, really grows. Yes, and high results. And the next in our slide, it is challenges in logistics. It is a very interesting, interesting point, but we discuss it. It is global supply chain disruptions. So it is economic crisis, can be yes, pandemics and geopolitical tensions. So yes, it's really so. It could be infrastructure limitations. It is poor transport network in some regions. Sometimes it happened, and for example, if we say about railway transport, sometimes we have such territory that we couldn't use railway transport to the last customer, and we need to use other types of transport. Sometimes we use car transport, sometimes we use air transport. For example, if it is mountains territory and we couldn't use any other transport. Yes, so yes, sometimes it is limitations infrastructure. It could be cybersecurity threats. So what it is, it is increased reliance on digital system exposes logistics to data breaches. So yes, sometimes it happened. And the next step, it is raising fuels cost. It is impact on transportation expenses. Yes, sometimes, and it could be the challenges in logistics. And as a conclusions, we could say that the development of logistics has been a transformative force in global trade and economic advancement. With continuous innovations and technological advancement, logistics will remain a critical element in shaping the future of business and commerce. So it's a big part of work every company today, maybe. It is not about transport company. It is about different type of companies that could to produce something, to save something, to trade something, and everywhere we could see about supply and change and about logistics, because different types of flow, it's delivered from one point to another point, yes, and we use this logistics flow. It could be goods flow, yes, or material flow, we say. It could be informational flow, it could be economic flow with money, yes, with cash or electronic money, and it could be service flow. So in logistics we have four types of different flows. It's really in every type of our human activities. So we could say about it. The next information, it is about more, yes, more information about different types of period in our history, and it says that logistics is a military science. Some periods it was. There is, we could say this on this picture, that Napoleon applied logistical principles in his army, because sometimes one of the logistical principles is the best road is the short road. So in army of Napoleon used this type of activity. For example, we could use by ground, yes, but sometimes we preparing some transportation roads, yes, around the river, we could see now in the picture, and it spent a little part time that we could to go around, for example, by ground. So it's really in historical books, we could see this information, and logistic analytics discuss that some principle of logistics in these historical periods. Now we think that it is simple. Why not? Yes, but sometimes anybody thinks that it is some logistics or some supply and change. So we could see that we could use different types of transport. Yes, it could be railway transport, car, airplane, ships, and other, and used these types of transport for delivery our goods in every point in our world. So it's really interesting, and some information about military logistics. It was used during the Second World War. And we could see that the American military contingent conduction his hostilities in Europe was fully supplied with real units from another continent, because from USA we delivered products and other types to the territory of Europe. It is from one continent to another continent. For this period of time, it was very big development of logistic systems by this delivery. The joint and well-established work of the military industry, transport, aviation, sea and land transportation, and rail services gave an impetus to the applications of military logistics experience in a powerful economy after the end of the war. So after the end of the war, we used it as in every work, every company for delivery and for saving some goods. So back in early 15th year, it is after Second World period, and we could see that many companies continuously increase profits, and this continues to this day, because it is a process what we need to discover it and to do better every day. Such a race for profit forced managers to focus their efforts mainly on reducing costs and saving by any means. For this reason, even today, logistics remains a relatively unclaimed sources of productivity improvements and is associated with business. So now, if we think about logistics, we think about some business, about some deliveries, delivery systems, about post, for example, yes, and other type of activities. But it's the main things now, I think. The next period, it is about history, yes, more about history. The 18th and early 19th in the United States, Western Europe, and then in the Asia-Pacific region saw a period of flourishing of logistics when it underwent more radical transformations than it all the decided signs the industrial revolutions. So the main driving force of such transformation were it is major change in the practice of state regulation of business. It is one. It is microprocessor commercialization. It is second. Third, it is revolution in information technology. And second, it is widespread distribution of the latest quality management systems. We think about quality. Yes, quality in services. It is important in this period. And then as a last, it is growth in the number of partnerships and strategic alliances because it was not in previous periods. And we discuss in our second part because it is not more than 1 minute leaves for us, and we need to do break, 10 minutes break, and started to discuss this information in our second part. I wait you after 10 minutes. It will be 20 minutes past 10. So we